Yo, what is going on? Cover One crew, Chris Chow's back again. Hope everybody's doing great on this third contest for Thursday, Thanksgiving. It's going to be Thursday Night Football by the time this one gets going, but it is the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings, and it's going to be an interesting one. The Vikings licking their chops after, putting down a goose egg this past week where the Patriots were in a dogfight with the New York Jets. But do me that favor before we get started. Like I said, under the Cover One Network umbrella, this is the new channel. Hit the subscribe button for us as we grow the fantasy channel. Do me that favor, greatly appreciated. But what do you guys say we talk about the third game between the Minnesota Vikings and the New England Patriots? So when we start off with these New England Patriots, they've been battling this year. They're doing a lot better than I had anticipated, but that's all credit to Bill Belichick and his coaching, aptitude, getting, the most out of every piece of talent he has on a roster. He's done it year in, year out. Bill Belichick can never be counted out. But as for Mac Money Jones, high-level risk for me. You're not playing this man. The Vikings defense, they saw a gash last week because it's very difficult to play a team like the Buffalo Bills, win that contest, and then get hyped for the next game versus the Dallas Cowboys. Very difficult to do, so they had a letdown. But now against this New England Patriots team, I don't foresee Mac Jones really spreading the ball around on this defense that is still very, very good. Okay, they're not great, but they're very good, and I think they're going to give Mac Jones a lot of headache. Where this offense is predicated and good upon is the run game. Rhamondre Stevenson, low-level risk. Fire him up, even though the Vikings are very good against the run. The Dallas Cowboys showed you that they can be gashed on the ground, and I think that's going to be the MO in this contest once again for Bill Belichick. Rhamondre, definite low-level risk. He's been running the ball and running the rock extremely well this season. I'm giving a mid-level risk to a Damian Harris because he's back, and I think they're going to do a little bit of a split touch. Yes, the high-end upside and the ceiling is gone for a Damian Harris because of Dre, but I think he's going to at least have enough touches, potential red zone appeal. If he can break one, I think Damian Harris has a safe floor of around 8 to 12 points at this point. Jacoby Myers, mid-level risk. He's going to get his targets. He's going to get his catches, but he's going to likely have to be the main source of volume. But can Mac Jones support it consistently versus a secondary that is, ball hawking type of a secondary? Mid-level risk for me. You can fire up a Jacoby Myers, but if you have better options, I would look in that other direction. Outside of that, if you have to, I don't hate it because I do believe his PPR upside is definitely there. High-level risk for a Devontae Parker, Nelson Aguilar, and a Hunter Henry. I do not trust any of these individuals in fantasy football. The volume just isn't there. You got Mac Jones, 76.5 points on the season. They're just not throwing the ball enough to support all of these weapons. Myers only has 89.8 as we enter week 12, so you see the lack of point production from this offense overall in general, so you can't necessarily trust the pass game whatsoever. But I do like the run game for the New England Patriots. No kidding about that. As for these Minnesota Vikings, like I said, they're licking their wounds, licking their chops. Kirk Cousins looked absolutely horrific, and this is time to get back in a good way. Mid-level risk for a Kirk Cousins. I don't mind the play, even though the New England Patriots defense is quite solid. They're not great, but they're solid. They will make you earn each yard and each touchdown is how I should put that. Kirk should be able to at least spread the ball around to his wide receiver core and with the use of the ground game. So mid-level risk, I would start up a Kirk Cousins this week, as is Dalvin Cook. Low-level risk. He's slowly putting together a very good campaign. Almost 150 fantasy points, half PPR. You gotta love what you see out of them as they continue. They're limiting his full workload. That's why the health is there. But you're seeing some sprinkles in Madison, but it is more Dalvin Cook. He is giving you a very good floor with very good upside. He hits the end zone, you're smiling ear to ear because it's likely going to be above 15 points for a Dalvin Cook. Low risk, fire him up as per usual. Justin Jefferson is dealing with a minor turf toe injury, so you're going to see certain games where he's not getting involved or he's not, getting open because that turf toe is bugging him. I do believe he's going to play very well in this contest. Low-level risk. You're firing him up anyway every single week. JJ's just that dog, almost 180 points. His end zone has been the kryptonite this year, just not finding enough touchdowns, but I do believe he finds the end zone once again this week. Low-level risk for an Adam Thielen this week. I do believe they utilize Adam a lot in this contest. PPR upside is going to be very large, 10 to 15 15 points for a Adam Thielen. I do predict, because I think that they're going to have to, start spreading the ball around just a little bit more. Yes, they got TJ Hawkinson. We're seeing a lot of the target share go to him. I think this is Adam Thielen day in a very big way. KJ Osborne, high-level risk. You're not touching that. But TJ Hawkinson does get a mid-level risk. He got into Minnesota, and it was like, music and chemistry and magical conjunction, however you want to call it. TJ Hawkinson, mid-level risk. Definitely fire up this man, as he does get open on the regular and will give you decent fantasy productivity. As for this contest overall, like I said, the Vikings, they had a very tough day versus the Cowboys, where the Patriots got by on a kick return to win the contest, or a punt return to win the contest versus the New York Jets. This is going to be a tough show for Mac Jones. I mean, he's been okay. You can't rely on him. He is moving the ball enough, but it is predicated on the ground game. If Minnesota can't stop this ground attack with Rhamondre and Damian Harris, it's going to be clock control, and then they're going to try to score touchdowns. I just don't believe that they got enough talent in the receiving core to, constantly move the ball through the air, where I do believe Kirk Cousins does have a good bounce-back game on Sunday night, on Thanksgiving night. I think it's going to be a very good show for them. I got Minnesota winning. They're favored by 2.5 points. I got them winning 28-10, so they're going to cover that 2.5 points for me. I like it a lot in this contest. Minnesota gets back good in the good books in a big way, where the Patriots are going to try to be scrambling to keep up in this contest. So there it is. That is the trio trifecta, the final contest on Thanksgiving, Turkey Day, Thursday night football, as the game is going to be coined between the Vikings and the Patriots. Should be a good one. I do like it, and I mean, hopefully your start-sit lineup advice does work out, and we'll get the victories as we head to the fantasy football playoffs. But nevertheless, as always, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump in those comments, give me your start-sit questions. I will definitely answer you back, and hit that subscribe button for us, but we'll see you next time. I am out.